In this video, we're going to continue good file management, and now we're going to combine additive and subtractive solid modeling techniques. So I'm not going to go over this step by step, but you should go create in your student folder a new folder called 3_additive and subtractive modeling, and then go ahead and open up Inventor, start a new part file, save as into that folder, and give it the proper name, so additive and subtractive modeling. Go ahead and do that now, please. Alright, so now that I have my file saved in the correct location with the proper name, we're going to go ahead and start jumping into some models. In case you're wondering where I'm getting these models, they're located under the 4.2 on our Project Lead the Way site. I'm starting with number 1, which is this model. I'm going to combine additive and subtractive techniques to create this model using these dimensions that are given. So I'm not going to really talk much during this. You're just going to have to really watch and pay attention to what I'm doing. The only time I might say something is if I'm doing something new or something that I feel is pertinent. So go ahead and just follow along, click for click, and here we go. But again, I'm just going to be using standard techniques that I've already shown you in other videos. So I am going to move a little bit quicker because I'm expecting you to know how to do these things already. Hit escape to get out. So that's pretty much the front view. I'm going to hit finish sketch. I'm going to go ahead and extrude. I'm going to go the opposite direction this time. And the depth of this object is 2.5. So that is part of it. Now I'm going to use some subtractive to create that notch on the bottom. So I'm going to do a new sketch on that face, and I'm simply just going to draw a rectangle on this bottom edge. So rectangle, I'm going to snap somewhere on this bottom edge, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle. The width, I don't know yet. I'm just going to draw it in and then add in all my dimensions. So I'm going to hit escape to get out of the rectangle tool, and now I'm going to start adding in all my dimensions. So to do this dimension, I need to click points. So I need to click this point. So you see that dot. So I left click that once, and then I left click this point because there is no line there, and that should be 0.5. So I'm going to left click. That should be 0.5. It's the same thing on the other side. So I'm still in the dimension tool. So I'm going to left click here, left click here. That should be 0.5. The next thing I need to do is the height, which is this line. So I'm going to left click that, pull it out, left click, and go 0.5. Notice I'm fully constrained, all purple. I'm going to finish the sketch. Now I'm going to use subtractive within my extrude option to cut that out. And the distance is going to go all the way, which is the 2.5, which was the full depth of the object. So now if I orbit around, shift in the mouse wheel, so shift on the keyboard, mouse wheel, you can see that that cut went all the way through. I'm going to hit home. I'm going to do a quick save because I've done a little bit of work. And now I got one more part to add, which is on that right side face here. And this is going to be additive. So we did some additive, some subtractive, and I'm going to go ahead and put in a rectangle somewhere on this lower portion. Doesn't matter how big right now. I'm just going to hit escape to get out of that and add in all my dimensions. I know that this is 1.5. This is 0.25. So that's the size dimensions of the rectangle. Now I need to use some location dimensions to locate it. So this is something new. So it's 0.5 from here to here if you look at the drawing. So I'm going to go dimension, I'm going to left click this line, and then I'm also going to go left click this line to give a dimension from there to there, which should be 0.5. Enter. The other dimension I need is from here to here. So I'm going to click this line, come down, click this line, and that is 0.75. Enter. It's fully constrained, all purple. I'm going to finish the sketch, and then I'm going to extrude for my additive. It's not recognizing it with the profile, so I'm going to click on that in that space right there, and then I can type in my distance, which is 0.75, enter. Zoom all, double click the mouse wheel, hit save, screen clip this in, if you're in Mr. West class, into your additive and subtractive page in OneNote. Again, you can take a look at the model browser history to see what you did. If you made a mistake, you can always go back into a sketch and change dimensions if you see something that's wrong. And that is it.